Huh? Oh, yeah. Huh? It is a great, great day. Quite gloomy, though. What is that? What is this? What's that? Y'all probably can't hear that. My neighbor is playing music right now, and I can hear it jamming on a Sunday morning. Anyway, y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to all of those who have been with me, been rocking and rolling with me. You know, I appreciate you so much. And for all of you who are newly joining the team, watching the channel, whatever it is that you're doing. Thank you. Thank you. And I hope you enjoy what you hear and what you see. You guys, listen, today we are talking about distraction. Hey, speaking of, let me get off subject for a moment and tell you that, in case you don't know, I post every Tuesday. So look for that content every Tuesday. If you want to hit that notification bell so that you will not miss an upload, then you can do that. But if not, just look for it. It's posted every Tuesday, guys. All right. Now on to... All right. So we're talking about distraction today. You know, this is something that has kept coming up in my life lately. I just see the foolery. The enemy is busy. I mean, what is happening? Anyway, so I'm very passionate about the subject of distraction. Very passionate because I feel like this is one of the biggest things that the enemy uses to try to perpetuate his plan and his plot. And we just be falling for it. We just be like, what's that? Oh, oh, sure. But the thing is, if you don't educate yourself on God and the way that He works in your life and the way that He speaks to you and shows you different things, and educate yourself on the enemy and how he works, then a lot of times it's very difficult to even recognize those distractions. And sometimes, you know, well, many times, when you do have that knowledge of those distractions and when you do spend time with God, He will start to bring um, that into your life practically so you can understand practically how am I distracted each day. Like, what does that look like for real, for real? Like, I hear you talking about it and this, and all this stuff. But what does it actually look like in just plain everyday life? What does it look like for me? And he'll bring those things to you. And you start to recognize different things. And a lot of times, that is happening because you are spending time with God. Your spirit is open. You're leaving that line of communication open. And so God can get that to you. And so it's when he starts to bring you that revelation, it is something special. It's something amazing. And you like, for real, God, this, wow. And I didn't even know, I didn't know that. I didn't know what was happening this whole time. You ever listen to a song that you used to love when you were younger? And then you'd be like, man, you know, I want to listen. This is great. Let me listen to this. Turn this on. Okay, okay. What did you say? I've done that several times. You listen to the song when you were younger and you like, okay, I know that I loved this song back then. I'm not real sure what happened. Not real sure what happened. Um, and the thing is, they're saying things in the song that now, as an adult, you are paying attention to. You're more aware. And back then, you was grinding off the beat. You know, all of the optics. You might have been looking at the music video, and you was like, yes. It was a lot of it was a lot of everything going on, and it never registered to you to pay attention to what was actually going on and what was actually being said, or what, they were painting a picture for you. Most songs tell a story, and but we weren't even paying attention to the story. We like, okay, yeah, what's this? What's up? What's up? So we are getting hype off of all of the things surrounding what's happening, and looking as if we're in support of what is being said, when really we just enjoying the beat or the optics. And let me give you an example. I was looking at this group. It's a K-pop group, and it was some girls, and they were singing. Man, if anybody has watched K-pop, you know that there's so many optics. I mean, a side note, when there are lots of optics and lots of busyness going on with what you're looking at or what you're listening to, like, if you're looking at something in a video and it's got like all kind of stuff, it's flashing, it's moving, it's going to a different scene every 2 seconds, that right there is a red flag. There might be some distraction going on. If you are listening to something and it's got like, I mean, that beat is fire. I mean, they got beats, they got cymbals, pianos, guitars, they got everything going on up in that song. And you like, man, okay, all right, all right, all right. That is a red flag. There might be some distraction going on. Now, so I'm listening to the song, and it's in some words are English and some words are not. So they've got these subtitles up there. And so I'm a lyric person. I like to know what's being said, what they're talking about. So I'm looking at the subtitles, and I'm also looking at all the optics, because it's a whole bunch of optics. I'm like, man, this is okay. Video, see the beat and everything, and this little pieces of sparks flying and stuff going on in the video. I'm like, okay. So we get to this one part. The girl is sitting there. She is obviously an angel. But she's like all black. Her wings are black. And then I'm looking at the subtitles, and she's, not speaking English. And she was just, I'm like, okay. What does that say? Okay. The day I fell from the sky, lost my wings. That was a dark day. Okay, you should have killed me whenever you had the chance. Yeah. It sounds a lot like Satan to me. Now, listen, I know some of y'all gonna be like, darn, you gonna ruin every song. Every song. I can't even listen to the song. Darn, I can't listen to the song. I can't listen to nothing. Don't be reading so much into it. Listen, if that's what you want to do, that's fine with me. You do that. I'm not. I enjoy lots of things like everyone else, but it doesn't mean that I'm just, for the sake of enjoying something, I am going to constantly just not be alert as to what is going on. This is the life that I've chosen to live for God. And so what he's made me aware of over the years is that my life has not gone the way that I've wanted it to go in many areas, in many moments, because I chose not to have my blinders off, because I chose not to pay attention, because I chose to just enjoy the YOLO. I mean, when we think of YOLO, y'all, you only live once. Why do we think that as a thing that frees us to do whatever we want and just live without a care? You only live once. You only live once is a warning. Like, you only live one time. So pay attention. Make sure that you are making the best of it. Not making the best of it by making the worst of decisions, but making the best of it by opening your eyes, making the best decisions you can possible, making it good. Now, I'm off my soapbox. I'm sorry. I had to get off on that for a second. But yeah, this is the life I've chosen. So I choose to now pay attention to things that I'm watching and I'm looking at. And I just care about stuff like that. I mean, I'm disappointed by the things that I hear and see a lot of the times. And I'm disappointed that it is so easily digested by society. because of the way that it was presented. And that's exactly what's happening. In this song, you are basically talking about a fallen angel, which if you are familiar with that story, it's a story of Satan. And you are putting it in a song. What does that mean for people who are trying to learn about God? What does that mean for people who are trying to better their lives and trying to live the way that God wants them to? You just presented me something that is very off, but it is very digestible at the same time. How many things can we digest that are poison for us before it begins to affect us in a bad, 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 bad way? They say one of the most dangerous poisons is what? What is it? What is it? What is it? That's right. The poison is cyanide. So that's one of the most dangerous poisons because it is easily digestible, meaning it's not off-putting right away. So when we are if we consume it or something, it's not like we're gonna smell it and be like, oh, that's like poison, nasty. Oh God. You just gonna drink it and you just be gone. So yes, it matters to me. It matters to me. It matters to me as I grow up what I am participating in, what I'm listening, what's coming through my ear gates and my eye gates. And it's the only way that I can maintain some control and structure in my life. And if that's you out there, you're trying to maintain that control and that structure, there's going to have to be some different boundaries, some more boundaries. One of my favorite pastors says, you don't catch health. You don't catch health. It's an intentional decision to be healthy. Now, you can catch sickness, you can catch the flu, you can catch a cold, but you don't catch health. You have to intentionally choose to have that and to be that. And so, yes, phone ringing. And so you got to be intentional. You got to be intentional. And it's a choice that you make. You know, it's a choice. If this is what you want, then you got to do something to get it. All right, I'm looking over here. All you that have watched me before, you know, if I'm looking over here, I'm looking at my notes, so it keep me on, on track, and stuff. So, I wanted to give another example of distraction. When a few years back, there was a club, like it was like a travel club, and I was like, man, I would go to different seminars and it was like, yes, it was, I mean, I loved it. I loved what they were selling, what they were advertising. I love what they were saying. I mean, it wasn't just stuff that was like pertaining to the actual item that they were selling. It was like life stuff that they were saying. That thing hit me a different way. I was like, hallelujah. That's another reason why you got to know yourself too. Side note. Because I'm a person that reads into things. And so it's not hard to motivate me and have me hype over there, gas me up. I'll be over there, yeah, oh, God, glory, 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 glory. I'm not lying. I'm telling you, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, I can watch The Lion King and be over there like, circle of life. It's that bad. It is. But they had motivational speakers up there, right? And the they had me so hyped. I had joined the club, paid my money. I had a membership. I was paying money every month and wasn't doing a thing. I sucked at that thing. I mean, it couldn't have been more suckier. It could not have. It just couldn't. Even if you wanted me to, I couldn't have sucked more if you asked me to. I just couldn't have. It was crazy. It was crazy. So here I am. I got the whole membership. I ain't doing nothing with it. I wasn't doing anything with it. And then I had to take a step back. I'm like, darn, I was so motivated with it. This was good. And wait a minute, Sakima. The person up there is a motivational speaker. You're supposed to be motivated. So here I am. I'm like hype, but I'm motivated in the wrong direction. That was not something that I was good at. It just was exciting and it looked like a great idea, but that doesn't mean it was a great idea for me. It was a distraction. It was a distraction for me. Now, for the right person, it was a calling. Somebody was like, "Yes, this is where I'm supposed to be at." But for me, I got motivated in the wrong direction. We call that a distraction. Yeah, you got hype, but you got hype in the wrong direction. You yeah, that don't you got distracted. That's what you got. Yeah. So I had to learn about that. Like, wow, okay, so this is deeper than I think. And it cost me a lot. It cost me a lot. Distraction costs. It costs something. Think about it. Anytime that you are being distracted, it is for a reason. Someone, something wants you to not be focused on one area because of something that they're trying to gain or accomplish. That is the reason for a distraction. And so you got to think of it like that. You cannot afford to be distracted because it's going to cost something. Don't sit and think that you're going to live your life and say YOLO, and you're going to live your life allowing the distractions to just do whatever. And if it pull you over here, hey, cool, whatever, however it flow, I'm going to flow with it. But this is the thing. You thinking you flowing with it because you are gaining something, because you getting this good life, but actually you're not gaining something, you paying something. Every distraction costs something. You have to give something. Something that they're trying to get you to focus on is distracting you from what they're trying to get from you or what they're trying to accomplish at your expense. You are paying something for being distracted. I be watching movies sometimes. Man, action movies. Boy, I tell you, I come out of there, I'm like, I'm fight Bruce Lee. You who? Who? When we get done watching that action movie, I don't care if I ain't took a lick of karate. I know karate. I know karate. I can do it. Don't step up on. It can be anything. I watch movies about rappers and singers, and I mean I can sing, but rappers for real. I mean I can do a little something, but that ain't no ma'am, no ma'am. When I get through watching it, I'm thinking I'm like, yes, I listen. I'm MC Light. You can't tell me that. That's who I am. If you're gonna address me by my name. Not for real. That's how I be. So you guys, we gotta just pay attention out here. We gotta make sure that we are alert. Um, Whenever you are going through life and you feel like you are being distracted, you need to ask yourself two questions. Who is distracting me? And why are they distracting me? You can even ask yourself another question that might solve this issue, or expose the plot behind this, which is, what are they distracting me from? If you can answer those questions, a lot of times you can understand that distraction and understand what's going on. And you can have the upper hand. You can have that leverage to where you can approach that thing from a better angle so that you don't have to fall prey to it. It's one thing to enjoy what you want to enjoy and do what you want to do. But at some point, we got to realize when we are at the expense of something. You know what I'm saying? It is us who are getting the shorter end of the stick, even when we think that we are not. And that has got to make something rise up in you so you can say, okay, no, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. And so go throughout life being inquisitive. Do not just go through and just let anything happen. Be inquisitive. Don't let people just do things and say things and show you things and bring you places and get over on you and sell your stuff. And don't let them do all that without asking some questions. Whether you got to ask them questions, ask questions to yourself, whatever. Ask some questions. Be inquisitive. It's the only way that you can maintain some sort of balance and control in your life. Don't be Don't just go anywhere. Don't do it. Don't let nobody take you. Don't let them take you. I'm going to leave you with this. Proverbs 4:25 through 27. Let your eyes look directly forward and your gaze be straight before you. Ponder the path of your feet. Then all your ways will be sure. Do not swerve to the right or to the left. Turn your foot away from evil, because that's exactly what the distraction is. Make no mistake about it. Just because you've chosen to live your life and say, nah, I'm free, I'm out here doing what I want to do, and you've let up from being so inquisitive and paying attention, just because you've let up does not mean that the enemy lets up. The enemy is honing in on your lack of attention to detail. You let up, it doesn't equal the enemy letting up. He hopes that, I've said this before, he hopes that every single moment of your life will be the moment that will cause your demise. He is literally here to steal, kill, and destroy. That's what he's doing, period. By any means necessary. If you choose to live your life free and don't listen to nobody and nothing and don't want to do nothing, don't want to have God's guidance, fine. But don't think that the enemy is saying, I'll just leave her alone. I'll just leave him alone. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. Anyway, I'm gonna get off my soapbox. All right, I'm done. All right, I hope that helps somebody. Thank you once again for watching. As always, you know I love, 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 love y'all. And I gotta give it to you the way I got it, because it's all real over here all the time, because it's the walk live.